Check it out, everyone. John Velasco here for Phone Arena. You're watching our in-depth video review of the HTC Trophy for Verizon Wireless. It's available right now, $150 on contract, and it's finally Windows Phone 7 with Verizon Wireless. It's pretty much the same as its European model, but the only difference is the fact that this is both a CDMA and GSM device. Employing a mostly neutral design, doesn't quite have that polished industrial look compared to some of the other devices from HTC. It's fairly normal size and has that soft touch coating all around, which makes it look clean at all times. And overall, it's a decent looking handset, but nothing that we haven't seen before. Luckily, the handset retains the same 3.8-inch WVGA Super LCD display as its European counterpart, so it does produce some nice looking visuals. Colors are pretty deep and lush, though at viewing angles, it can look a little bit washed out, especially at the extreme angles, but for the most part, it's pretty nice. Powering the HTC Trophy is none other than the Qualcomm MSM8650 Snapdragon processor at 1 GHz clock speed, so it offers a pretty responsive experience. You can tell kinetic scrolling is fairly smooth. It does operate at a good speed, so most basic tasks are easily accomplished. It's packaged along with the latest version of Windows Phone 7, so you have the Noto update preloaded, so it gives you things like copy and paste. Although the portrait option might seem a little bit cramped, we still like the overall speed and responsiveness of the keyboard. Tilted to landscape, you get a little bit more space, so it's easier on your fingers. Sure, it might not have flash support, but the web browser experience on the HTC Trophy is pretty good too. You can tell it's very responsive from kinetic scrolling to pinch gestures. It just moves at a nice rate. The Music and Videos hub is there, for all your music and also video watching needs. The handset does a good job of playing high-definition videos, no slowdown or lag, and in terms of the audio quality with its speaker, it's pretty strong and has a good tone to it. In general, the handset's 5-megapixel autofocus camera captures some passable photos, though colors can look a little bit on the dull side. Indoors, low lighting, the LED flash does a decent job. Likewise, the HTC Trophy shoots some acceptable 720p videos. It captures it at 24 frames per second, decent amount of details, and the audio recording is pretty clear. On top of that, it has a continuous autofocus. Overall, we're very satisfied with the handset's calling quality. The earpiece produces some good tones, and voices are clear and distinct on both ends of the line, though when we switch to using the speakerphone, it does produce some muffled tones at the loudest setting. Additionally, the signal strength is pretty solid with the handset. We get a good amount of bars in high coverage areas, and we didn't drop any phone calls during our testing. We managed to get 5.5 hours of talk time in a single charge with the handset when the manufacturer has it rated for 4.9 hours. As far as everyday usage, we managed to get by a solid 8-hour work shift with no problem. Of course, Verizon Wireless is finally in the game with a Windows Phone 7 device, and it is indeed late at this point, but nonetheless, the Trophy is here available for customers. It's not anything new, just because it's very much similar to the European version, aside from the fact that it is a world phone. So for $150, some people will find some value with that, or if you're just curious about the platform, this is your only sole option. So if you'd like to learn more about the HTC Trophy, or for all latest cell phone reviews, news, specs, and information, you can check us out, phonearena.com.